Hello everyone, my name is Waylon President, and yes, that's really my last name. It's even on my birth certificate. On November 21st, 2020, in San Diego, California, I was counter-protesting at a Trump 2020 Stop the Steal protest across the street from the San Diego County Administration Center. 5 to 10 minutes prior to the start of the footage you're about to witness, I was verbally engaging with Trump supporters and confronting them with facts that they could not provide any realistic answers about the alleged election fraud. Once they were hit with facts they didn't like, they instantly surrounded me in a mob-like fashion and assaulted me with a Trump 2020 flagpole. In what seemed like mere seconds later, the San Diego Police Department arrived, and the Trump supporters lied to the police and made a false police report, resulting in my unlawful arrest. To my surprise, I quickly realized that the San Diego Police Department, the San Diego District Attorney's Office, and the insurrectional Trump administration is trying to make an example out of me by using a coordinated mob attack and then playing victim once the cops arrived. And as a result, I am now currently facing erroneous felony assault charges in the state of California. And I am here to plead my case by showing the world how the San Diego Police Department and the San Diego District Attorneys can easily destroy black men and women with falsified charges, even when there is ample video evidence to prove their innocence. I am currently pursuing the best financial aid in order to prove my innocence on my behalf, to have all bogus charges dropped against me, and I am also pursuing a civil rights lawsuit against the San Diego Police Department and District Attorney's Office stemming from the false arrest made on November 21st, 2020. The footage you're about to see brings light to the blatant systemic racism that I faced that day while standing up for what is right, expressing my First Amendment rights in a very loud, extremely passionate, but non-violent way. Warning: the footage you're about to see contains strong language use and brute force in the name of self-defense. Here is an Asian male Trump supporter with a 2020 Trump flag who comes over to disrupt me from verbally crushing them with the truth about how their hopes of their twice impeached former president will never ever win the presidential election ever again. At this point, the rest of the group now comes over to set up their deceptive and deceitful scheme of falsely misleading the public and the police into thinking they are the victims when it is crystal clear that I was only lawfully expressing my First Amendment rights while respecting everyone's space, giving us plenty distance to have a passionate debate. Both of the male and female Asian Trump supporters have now crossed into my personal space and taunted me with that god-awful Trump 2020 flag in my face. I felt at this moment they're all crazy and they're trying to attack me because they can no longer deal with all of the facts that I shouted at them for nearly 10 minutes across the street.
Black Lives Matter, bitch! Look at it! What's up with it? Who want it? Who want it? Shut the fuck up, bro. Fuck Trump.
Now I'm feeling totally concerned for my safety because they are surrounding a tall, muscular black man who can readily defend himself, but it's clear they're using a planned and coordinated mob attack on me at this point to achieve the upper hand. Now at this point, I now demand 3 times that they give me 6 feet of social distancing in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. As they're refusing to comply with my demands, I give them a final 3-second countdown to let them know that I mean business.
Fuck back. Give me my 6 feet, bitch. Give it to me. Give it to me. 3, 2, 1.
Now here is where things get a bit dicey. The male Asian Trump supporter is purposely pointing the metal tip of his flag very close to my face. All he has to do is make one quick jab and my face will receive an injury. My next and instant thought is to get this flag out of my face and away from me with the quickness. But what's with the funny police siren as soon as they surround me? Now notice how I accurately knocked the flag out of harm's way to the face of the instigating female Trump supporter who would have been spared the blow had she respected my 6 feet of personal space in the first place. Now notice how the cameraman was there to get the perfect exact shot of me defending myself, but make it appear as though I'm the violent aggressor. It is now clear why I've proven myself right in quickly removing the Trump flag out of my face. This man has now assaulted me with the flagpole as a weapon to harm me. Now, the only person that I'm focused on at this point is the male Asian Trump supporter. He was the first to start the physical aggression and assaulted me with the flagpole. I even walk in his direction to make sure he doesn't attack me again.
Let's get it. Get it. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of the way. Fuck all of y'all. Man, Black Lives Matter, bitch. Black Lives fucking matter. Black Lives fucking matter, bro. Y'all lost. Y'all lost. All of y'all lost. All of y'all fucking lost. You lost.
Here's another example of me not being the violent aggressor, especially towards women. At this point, I noticed another female Trump supporter get extremely close to me, putting herself in harm's way. She's even doing more protecting of the group than any of the beta male Trump supporters. But clearly, I deemed her a non-threat, moved around her, and stood my ground. Wow, look at this overweight, frightened beta male Trump supporter. He's so afraid that he stays in the back and he doesn't defend his women or his country. Dude is scared stiff of any repercussions he might receive if I was to defend myself. It's at this point that I noticed that the police have now arrived. Wow, look how quickly they showed up. It's like they planned this all along. And it's also at this moment that I reassured the protesters that what I said earlier was true, that the only way conservatives, Trump supporters, and white supremacists have any chance of survival is through the protection from Second Amendment, law enforcement officers, and the U.S. military.
No, this is the only way that y'all have any chance of having even a motherfucking chance. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. You know y'all live in a fucking fantasy. All of y'all. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
Now right here is where millions of black men and women like myself are an immediate casualty to the systemic racism of law enforcement all over the U.S. and the world, all because police officers will believe any story being told by a person of lighter complexion over a person of dark skin tone without hesitation. Now here is the proof in the pudding. This is the moment where I start to tell the first responding officer 100% truth of the events that went down only minutes ago. What the cameras are not showing is that there is a sizable crowd behind me who saw all the events happen, who also told the same exact story as I, only not to believe whatsoever about the racist cops.
Say, bro, they all came over here. I'm on here on my own, bro. I'm on my own.
I also want to take time to stop and bring light to the Asian American community, who are uniting together in the Stop the Asian Hate movement. Although it is clear that the leader of the past administration has undeniably incited the recent senseless violence towards people of Asian or Pacific Island descent, it is also woefully ironic that over the previous years, the Asian American community is also guilty of racism against African Americans as well. Asian American mothers and fathers also feel superior by telling their children to stay away from African American children because they believe that we are poor, angry, lazy, uneducated, and career criminals, among many other stereotypes in the conversations that they have in the privacy of their homes. Asian Americans also have been totally guilty of falsely reporting crimes on black men and women, just like in my case. Wow, look at the two agitators acting like they're the victims when the cops actually show up and do their job. Now right here is an unknown beautiful woman who is one of 3 remaining witnesses who told the racist cops all the events that had happened. I don't know this woman's name, but she's a complete angel who summoned me over to let me know that no matter what they say, she would tell the cops the truth. Hey, social media, if you can do your work your magic and please find out who this woman is.
Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you. No, bitch, these motherfuckers hit you with a fucking flag. What the fuck you talking about?
Even as I'm telling the cops 100% truth in a fiery way, he is ignoring my pleas for the truth to be heard. When I see that he isn't believing me, I instantly take control of the situation because clearly he is afraid of me, but I am 100% within my rights to explain my crimes that have just been committed on me.
I'm over here. Yeah, tell them to step the fuck back. No, motherfucker, tell them to step back. No!
And now that backup has arrived, again within minutes, the systemic and racist unfair treatment of a black man will now be seen in great detail.
I was over here. They came over here. They came over here. Oh, he hit me.
At this point, I now back off to allow my witness to tell her side of the truthful story so we can get to the bottom of the Trump supporters' assault upon me.
I said what I said.
Now right here is where racist conservatives yell false stereotypes at me and demand that I instantly be put in cuffs and thrown in jail. Now let's see how bold and privileged these Trump supporters are when backup arrives.
Get a job! Get a job! Get a job! Get a job!
All over there. They were all over there. I said what I said. They came over there.
Get a job! Get a job! Put him in jail! Put him in jail!
We want him up!
Put him in cuffs! 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 He was assaulting people! Put him in cuffs!
Hey, get a job, you piece of shit.
Do your job! Do your job! Do your job! Don't assault people! Assault people! Put him in cuffs! Put him in cuffs!
It's on video. You can't.
He's being violent! Put him in cuffs!
Ladies and gentlemen, right now, here is the defining moment of systemic racism dealing with the San Diego Police Department and law enforcement nationwide for people of color. In these next few moments, you will witness how this racist cop will casually walk over to the fictitious victims and ask what happened. The Trump supporters will then quickly tell the most outrageous lies, and the cop will believe them in an instant, walk back over, and instantly put me in cuffs.
Oh my God, he assaulted somebody? He ran over here and punched her. He should be in cuffs! You guys are junk! Fucking simps! You're a fucking simp! Put him in cuffs! Yeah, you're going to jail, you piece of shit!
Wow, talk about swift injustice if you are a black man or woman in America. Oh man, you see this dude on his bike, and he really turned into a fake badass. He wasn't even there the whole time until the cops put me in handcuffs. Ladies and gentlemen, here and now is the reality of how truly racist the majority of GOP conservatives and Trump supporters really are as they spew racial slurs at me. Warning, this language can get pretty graphic.
asshole. He came
He's
at
a
me.
porch monkey. God damn it. Going downtown, bitch. You're a piece of shit who assaulted a woman.
Oh my God. Can you really believe this dude? Like, when did I ever use any racial slurs towards anyone? I haven't even said the N-word. But now, that same jerk on the bike stupidly and falsely accuses me of beating this witness who I have no idea who she is. Hey y'all, check this out. Right here is an example of racist white man's clear-cut jealousy of a beautiful white woman who doesn't know me at all and is only doing what is right for justice, and she is viciously and verbally attacked by these ticked-off racists because she's standing up for a righteous black man.
I know it's right. You probably beat your wife, you piece of shit. How many times do you beat your girlfriend?
Hey, bro, come back across, man.
Punched me. It was okay because I didn't see him hit you, but I saw.
And right here is two more unknown witnesses who told the police the truth that came forward, and I was still not believed that I had just defended myself from this Trump mob.
The guy with the flagpole, and I wasn't sure if he was defending. My husband was defending me. Yes. But it's all on video. He caught it on camera.
Whoa, man, can you believe that? Man, it is crystal clear that we can all see now from this video footage that this Asian lady, her husband, and all these racist Trump supporters literally just fabricated a crime, assaulted me with a Trump flagpole, obstructed justice by lying to the police, spewed many racial slurs at me, verbally harassed a truthful and forthcoming witness, all leading up to the San Diego Police Department filing a false police report and making a false arrest. Oh, and wait, there's more vile and heinous rhetoric, lies, and totally false assumptions coming from the racist Trump supporters. Hey y'all, just get a load of this.
That's because she gets hit on the regular. How often does he bust your eye like that? You're a stupid bitch.
See, now as you can see, this unknown woman is signaling to the racists that they need to be quiet because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And look, even the Asian lady is now attacking the woman. Just go ahead, continue to hear the mean and hurtful and untrue things that they're saying about this woman.
How many times did he crack your skull open like that? Pay the toll.
This has alcohol. I
have medics on the way from
He probably beats her too.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, don't look at me like that. We know it's true.
It does have alcohol in it, but do you want one white?
Well, then why are you standing there? Why are you defending him like a fucking thirsty whore then?
All right now, I think we heard enough. That was just way too much. Wow, look at how she's totally playing a victim again. Man, she's such a good actor. And also, man, who is this racist officer who arrested me? Right, social media, y'all do y'all thing. I need his and the other two officers' badge numbers so I can be able to sue the San Diego Police Department. All right, now listen how I tell the cops 100% of the events that went down only to be ignored again.
Keep America great. Because she was white in front of my face. White next to me, like, winning all over my ears, slapping with me. And I failed. You know who that shit?
Check it out again. I even told them how I kept my distance from them the whole time, and it was them who instigated the assault upon me first.
Look, y'all over there. Stay over there. I say right here. I say what I say. Y'all say what y'all say. But guess what? Oh, y'all want to get in my face and try to hit me with everything. Okay.
And get a load of this. Even as I'm telling the cops the truth, you can hear them lying in the background calling me the liar. Man, this is just unbelievable.
Fucking liar.
Hey everybody, man, get a load of this, man. Like, this racist Trump supporter really thinks he's making an example out of me by going viral on Facebook Live, boy. Another racial slur. So, hey, let's do this guy a favor by making him go viral for doing his deceitful part to uphold the systemic racism in the United States by lying to the cops to get a black man falsely arrested. Wow, wow, wow. Y'all see how he's so proud of falsely putting a black man in jail for something that he and his wife instigated? Now let's see how proud that he and all the racist GOP and Trump supporters will be whenever the whole world knows that he's really the real criminal using the cops as a weapon against minorities. And another thing, it's always their word against ours. And unless there's video, black people will be seldom believed. And this is the very reason that incarceration among black men and women are disproportionately higher than any other race. Thank you.